Located halfway between Alanya and Antalya is the small resort town of Side. Not only is Side a lovely beach town to visit, it's also a very impressively preserved ancient city. In this video, I go beyond the beaches on a journey down ancient roads as I explore Side's fascinating history, including stunning ruins dating back to the 6th century BC. I'm out very early this morning because it's going to be really hot later, and also the historic district here in Side will get very crowded. The beaches running both north and south from here are covered with resorts, and they bring bus loads of people in on tours of the historic district. So I'm hoping to beat both the crowds and the heat this morning. Built around 150 AD and dedicated to the Greek and Roman god of light, beauty, and art, the Temple of Apollo, with its massive columns, is one of the most visited sites here and is truly magnificent to see. This beautiful ancient complex sitting on top of this hill next to the beautiful Mediterranean Sea is magnificent. And you can just come up here and wander around. There's no entrance fee. Here's the Temple of Apollo behind me, the Temple of Athena next to me. This whole town is basically an ancient site. Athena is the goddess of Side and ruler of the sea trade. And actually, the Temple of Athena was much bigger than the Temple of Apollo. Unfortunately, there's not much left except these massive column pieces you see behind me. I can't go inside any closer because they are doing some more excavation and renovation inside. Going back to the late BC period, this has hosted Hellenistic, Romans, Greeks, and the Romans and Greeks shared many gods. That's why the temples of Apollo and Athena are right here together. In addition to these temples, there's Roman baths, government buildings, parliament. I'm going to be going to see those next. I'm just blown away by how big this is and how well preserved it is. There is evidence of ruins everywhere. Giant marble column graveyards and just random pieces of marble laying around like these, and even just sticking up out of the ground. Known as the State of Agora, this historic square was the administrative center of the city back in the 3rd century BC. There are still well-preserved columns that run around the perimeter, and even some statues of the parliamentary members. The statues here are replicas, and there is renovation going on here as well, with several new columns lining the courtyard. Here, the old mixes with the new and gives a glimpse of what things might have looked like centuries ago. And if the amazing ruins in the Devlet Agorası weren't enough, just look at this amazing Mediterranean Sea behind me. How beautiful is this? There's a lot of development here, building of restaurants and resorts, and you kind of have mixed feelings about building in such an ancient city area, but they're doing it in a really responsible way. I keep coming across these areas that have been excavated, and then they cover that area with thick glass so you can walk across it and look down and take pictures and see what was originally there. And then up on top of it, there's like restaurant seating, or it'll be the patio of a hotel. This seems like a pretty balanced way of doing things. They are developing the new and yet preserving the ancient sites at the same time. Getting such an early start really paid off. I was able to explore Sea Day without the crowds. Arriving at the amphitheater just as it opened, I was astonished that I had the entire place to myself. The amphitheater was built in the Hellenistic tradition and has great examples of classic Roman architecture. Built in the traditional half-moon shape, this amphitheater once held 20,000 spectators. I sat for a while and let my mind wander, thinking about everything that would have happened here over the years. This is where people gathered to watch gladiators combat, wild animals fight, as well as traditional theater. Surprisingly, this amphitheater is still used for a few concerts during the summer months. This is the first ancient amphitheater I have ever visited, and it just blows my imagination away to think of all the things that have transpired in here over the centuries. Normally, the ticket price covers entrance into the amphitheater and into the museum. But the museum is closed right now, but the ticket price remains the same, and it's not that cheap or that expensive. It's about 17 euros or 17.50 US. I am out here on the beach really early this morning, 6 a.m. to be exact, but in a few hours this place will be jam-packed. I'm staying at a beach resort in Sea Day, which only has a population of about 15,000 people, but it hosts hundreds of thousands of visitors during the summer months. There were a lot of people on the beach in Alanya, but the beach there is huge. The beach here in Sea Day is very narrow, so it makes it seem crowded. The beach is very nice though, with no rocks and a nice sandy bottom. With all the ancient sights to see here and all the other things there are to see and do, Sea Day is definitely worth a visit. If you haven't seen our other videos from here in Turkey, please check them out. Give us a like and subscribe, as there is so much more to come.